You saw the title. You know what I'm doing. The rules are I'm not allowed to look anything up because I'm just going off of what I can remember. I did also already do this and I lost the footage, so I am low-key cheating. And yeah, no, that's about it. I guess you can rate me from 1 to 10 of how good I am, how much things I know. 1 being a homophobic man hater, and 10 being the best ally in the world and man lover, I guess. I did forget June did not have a June 31st, so I was gonna do this tomorrow, but I forgot. Okay, 30 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. For Pride, the first thing I'm gonna put down, I just remember I saw a video about this. I didn't watch it, but I saw a thumbnail about like bi women. Like people often view bi women as just straight, and they also view bi men as just gay. Like there's almost no room for bisexuals. So if you're a bisexual watching, I see you. Don't worry. I'm gonna say bi girlfriends because the video was about bi girlfriends for men. Okay. It is Men's Mental Health Month, but the one thing I'm thinking of are really sad facts. I'm just gonna put this down. I'm starting off really rough here. Okay. Men are more likely to die if they attempt suicide versus a woman because men are more likely to use more lethal ways to kill themselves versus a woman would. Check on the men in your life. Why did I start off so depressing? I could have named like basketball. Okay, I can put that next. There we go. That's our second one. I noticed even other people, like there's like white guys who also play basketball. Like a lot of people are also into basketball. I don't know why I thought it was just a black thing, but like a lot of guys are. But almost all men that I know like basketball in like some form. Okay, let's go back to Pride. Oh, I learned this when I first was filming. I need to put this down. Being gay was only fully can I spell? Being gay was only fully legalized in 2003 for the U.S. That's only 23 years. You thought women's rights was bad, but if I'm right, if I'm right, that's crazy. That's a lifetime. That's my lifetime. That's a lifetime. But to all my queers who are here, thank you. I had a rhyme. I had bars. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. If you're watching this and you're queer, I am happy you're here. I'm not putting that in the video. Okay, something about men. I have another sad fact about men. I don't know if this is a fact though. This is just something I see online, but it's also sad. It's Mental Health Month. Check on the men in your life, guys. Okay, most men get their first flowers at their funeral. Dude, I need. Okay, I'm gonna go back to men just because I need to pick one happy thing. I need to pick one silly thing about men that I know. I just thought of another bad thing. But this is more TW, trigger warning, trigger warning. This is about black men. To anyone who's triggered by black people, I'm warning you now. Okay, for starters, I'll put this down as well. Maybe I will. Men aren't really allowed to express themselves, obviously, because it's viewed as like feminine. But as much as there is already a box for men to behave in a masculine way, that box is even smaller for black men. Like my example of this was like I think Curtis kissed somebody, right? Curtis kissed another dude. There's like a picture he joked about in the video, right? And it's like, oh, whatever. Everyone's laughing about it. It's like whatever. No one's taking it seriously. And I thought to myself, if like, if Corey kissed Berlizzi, even as a joke, I think people would riot. I think people would kill him. Rhett and Link, they've been in the same room naked. Let two black men do that? I don't even know what would happen. Or like the black rappers who are exposed as gay, the obsession with DL, which another quick thing, another little quick tangent here. If you are a woman, I don't want to sound like a stand back gay people, I'll protect you because I don't know what I'm talking about. But if you're a woman and like you claim to be an ally, but then you're also in the same breath you go, who's gonna be the man, or men used to go to war, or checking if my man is DL, you're not an ally because you clearly view gayness as this thing that is like a negative. That's why you use it to insult people. That's why you're trying to pry it out of somebody. But yeah, what would I put down for that? I don't know if this makes sense the way I'm phrasing it, but the box for masculinity for men is even smaller for black men. And on the topic of blackness, I don't know how correct this is. The forefront of queer protesting and queer revolution was done by black queer people or transgender people. I don't know if I'm 100% right, but I'm gonna put it down because I do believe it's true. Another thing though, on the topic of race, a lot of white queer people are low-key hella racist. I've experienced a lot of racism from white queer people, like white gay people. And I don't know if it's because they're like, I'm also a minority or something, but like, it's like, it was really bad. Like, when I think about like some of the most, like when I was younger, it would be obviously like older people. But when I think of like now, like when I was a freshman in college, the most racism I experienced, it was from white queers. I'm just gonna put that down. I need to put more positive things down, but I'm gonna put that down because, can we talk about that? Why are you mean to me? Okay, 20 minutes. Okay. Let's name something interesting. Okay, Pride. Stonewall, if you did not know, the Stonewall, I think Stonewall riots or Stonewall uprising was done because back in the 1969, it was like June 28th, 1969, the police raided Stonewall because it was like a gay bar, and the people in the bar retaliated, and this started another like series of protests that a year later was commemorated by the first ever like Pride walk, like Pride March, also on June 28th, I believe. That was like 1970 that happened, and then again, being gay wasn't fully legalized until 33 years after that. So, do I hate men? I don't though. I like, cause here's my thing. I also don't like. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not like a man. Like I like men. Obviously, I'm not really a fan of people who like are men centric, like male centric. But I'm also not a fan of people who are like all men should die because that's too. I'm not. I don't like radicals. That's too radical. Like, be normal about it. I feel like just saying the word radical feels political. I'm doing like 5 things. I'm doing terrible. Can I just start naming people? I'm putting Raven Simone down. Does it have to be a fact, or can I just? I made this. I can choose. Or something men do. All men do. Oh, this is another stereotype, but low key, it's a stereotype that's onto something. Cars. I feel like every man in my life likes their car. One of my cousins, he likes working on cars. My brother likes talking about a dream car. And this came out of nowhere. Like, he's a nerd. I don't know why he's talking about cars. And like my dad loves taking care of his car. Kind of a topic I was talking about, where like the box for masculinity. A lot of men are afraid to open up because it's viewed as feminine. There was that one video that went popular a long time ago. I say a long time, it wasn't that long ago, where the guy was talking to his friends, or like, guess what the name of my ex-girlfriend was. Like, she changed my life. Like, when we broke up, I moved states, or like I moved or something. Like, it was a really big relationship that really messed up his life once it ended, and none of his friends remembered her name. We need more male creators that are open about like, being a man does not mean being mean. Being a man does not mean not having any emotion besides rage. 13 minutes. And I've gotten nowhere. I put 2 names down. What's something I like about men? I think for most guys I've seen, when they're passionate about something, it's really like they're really passionate about something. But I feel like it's just a person thing. I don't think it's a dude thing. I'm gonna put it down. Okay, for Pride Month in 1998, at the same time, a black man in Texas was tied to a car and dragged along and was murdered. There was a queer boy. His last name was like Shepherd, and he was tied up and beat to death. This is just to say that the LGBTQ community faces prosecution and hate crimes akin to the black community. And on top of that, black queers, specifically black transgender women, are top of like lethal murders. The most hate crimes, I believe. I might be wrong though. And the worst part is, I'll also put this in here too because I talk about white queer racism. The homophobia in the black community is rampant, and it's almost insane that we can be so homophobic while also being oppressed. We can be so oppressive to another group of people, to our own people in some cases, while also being oppressed. To a point where it's like, do you think because you're holding the rope now you won't be lynched later? Like, what is going on? Okay, we need some more man stuff. I have 8 minutes left. Black guys have good fashion sense. That's what I'll say. And that's a fact. That's actually a fact. I feel like the people who were forced to shave their head bald when they were kids have like the nicest hair. I'm only thinking about black guys. I need to be more inclusive. I just don't talk to men. Men are more likely to die. But that's just because men are more reckless. Maybe I'll put it like men are more adventurous. Okay, I have 3 minutes left. Bro, I need to lock in. Shoes. Guys like shoes. Banana bread. Guys like banana bread. Shoes and banana bread kind of feel like the Raven Simone and RuPaul of the men's section. Subaru. I feel like that's self-explanatory. Male living space. The PS5, the folding chair holding the computer, and then the little wooden stool. Okay, I'll just say have good fashion sense too. Let's do some more sweet stuff. I meet a lot of men who they can be like really unserious at times, but they generally are kind-hearted. They're silly, but they mean well. Sometimes their silliness can lead to ignorance, but when they realize they're hurting your feelings, they'll stop being silly to talk to you. I mean, a lot of gay people who are very supportive of even communities that aren't like theirs. Like, I'm religious, and I don't really meet gay people who will like, even though they have every right to be mad at religion and not religious, like, people. Not me, though. They aren't. They're very sweet, they're very opening and understanding, and I find that amazing and really cool. I'll also put down really cool and awesome. Okay, I think that's all I have. 2, 1. That was 30 minutes, and I didn't even get to finish the first page. Let's go down the line. Let's see how much I got. Okay, this is like 15. I put down 15 things. Okay, for men, I said men are more likely to die by suicide compared to women. Basketball. Most men get their first flowers at their funeral. The box of masculinity for men is even smaller for black men. Men get hard randomly and it's not because of arousal. Cars. Men have a harder time opening up because of the fact that it's looked as feminine. Passionate once they find something they like. Black guys have good fashion sense. Men are adventurous. Shoes. Banana bread. Male living space. Silly but they mean well. And really cool. If that is true, let me know. If I got anything wrong, let me know. For pride, I said bye girlfriends. Being gay was only fully legalized in 2003 for the US. The forefront of queer protest was from black queer people, white queer racism, Stonewall, Raven Simone, RuPaul. 1988, Shepard was tied and beat to death. The LGBTQ community faces prosecution and hate crimes akin to the black community. Black transgender women experience a high amount of hate-related crimes directed at them. Homophobia is rampant in the black community. Subaru. Gay people have good fashion sense. Supportive, really cool, and awesome. Yo, this list sucks.